Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trinell from the YTOS, and welcome back to the countdown to Sonic Mania. I know it's been a long time, but we're finally gonna go ahead and get into Sonic CD. Now, this version of Sonic CD is the remake by Christian Whitehead. You saw that on the little splash screen there, also known as Stealth. He was previously a Sonic kind of like hacker developer, I guess you can call him. He worked on a lot of like different like mods and like modifications and hacks for the original Sonic games, and he even created his own in-game engine, which this game is running off of. This is a completely remade version of Sonic CD, and as you can tell, has some pretty funkadelic looking like menu here. I can show you a few things here. For one, you get to pick either the US or the Japanese soundtrack, but we're gonna go with the Japanese soundtrack because it's actually, well, a lot of people prefer it. I actually think that they're both pretty good, but there are certain songs on the Japanese version that are, you know, way better than the US counterpart. So then there's extras, a lot that I honestly haven't unlocked yet, but and you'll know why I haven't unlocked it very soon, because it turns out this is not my most familiar Sonic game. You also have achievements, leaderboards, time attack, a lot of cool stuff that was added into this game. It came out on mobile devices in 2011, I believe, and then was posted to the Xbox Live Marketplace. I believe it came out on PSN as well. But let's go ahead and start a game. As you can see, I've already played a few, and look, you can play as Tails in this game, which is really awesome. But we're gonna start a brand new game, so let's go ahead and delete these save files with the sound effects and like little jingles right out of Sonic 3. That's a Sonic 3 jingle. That little, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start a new game, and of course we're gonna play with your main man Sonic, but it does give you the option to play as Tails, and I think you can play as Knuckles. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that, but I think if you beat the game a lot of times, you can play as Knuckles. I'm gonna go ahead and let this intro ride out. It is the most awesomest thing ever. I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy this. Alright, so that intro actually showed off a little bit of the story for us, and welcome to Palmtree Panic. As you can see, Sonic is rocking his Sonic 1 sprite set, because this was initially, you know, supposed to be the sequel to Sonic 1. Kind of the same way that Mario 2 in Japan, you know, was very similar to the original. This was going to be like kind of the same, and that's something that I may or may not have mentioned in my Sonic 2 gameplay series, was that these games were made like kind of at the same time, or in like very close proximity of each other. It just turns out Sonic 2 came out first, and yeah, a lot of things are different about this game, man. It's a lots of everything everywhere. There's just lots of stuff going on. And you'll see very soon that this is probably my least familiar Sonic game in the entire like classic series. I would definitely consider this in the classic series because it was for the Genesis. Even though you needed the peripheral, the CD add-on, it was required in order to play this game, which is why a lot of kids probably missed out on this game back in the 90s. I believe this came out in 93 or 94. I can't remember the exact year. But it was after Sonic 2, and a lot of people just probably did not play this. I honestly didn't play it for years after it was out. Once it came out on PC as a part of, it was like some collection that they did. It was like a Sonic and Knuckles collection or something like that. Oh wow, thanks. And it came with Sonic CD, and that was the first time I played it. And since it was the American, PC release, it had the American soundtrack. So I'm actually more familiar with the US version as far as the music is concerned. But I just love the music in this game. And we're gonna try and do something here. As you can see, next to my life count down at the bottom left corner, there is a little icon that says past, because this game introduced a new concept that would be used very poorly later on in the franchise, and that's time travel. This game has a couple of endings. You get the good ending by either going to the past, which I'll try to show off here. Okay, so we're going into the past. In order to do what I just did, you basically hit the little the signpost. You hit the signpost, and then you have to like run for a certain amount of time. I don't know how many seconds it is or whatever, but you have to maintain a certain amount of speed in order to actually like get into the past. You can also go into the future as well. And the reason that this was implemented is because in order to get the good ending, you have to, or you're supposed to go into the past and destroy. Well, you don't necessarily need to destroy this, but in doing so, it frees all of the animals. So as you can see, like little chipmunks and flickies or whatever, they're flying around, they're having fun because we freed them. It's a little different than the previous games in the series because, as you guys probably know, thanks. Usually, the badniks are being controlled by the little animals, but in this game, once you destroy them, like they turn into like these little flower things. I'm not sure what's going on, but destroying that little thing that I just did, I don't know what the hell it's called. A little generator, I guess we'll call it a generator. Destroying the generators will create a good future. Basically preventing Eggman from doing whatever he's doing to create the bad future for this area. And doing that on every act of every zone will get you the good ending. Another way that you can do it is by collecting well, they're not Chaos Emeralds. In the special stages in this game, you collect time stones, and I'll show that all here in a second. But that's another way that you can get the good ending. So, just like in Sonic 1, you need to have 50 rings in order to get the special stage, and as you can see right here, it says Sonic made a good future in Zone 1. So, we did a good. We did a good thing just now. There's also an autosave feature. So if I fuck this up, there's no way I can go back and fix it without starting the whole game over. So I'm gonna try and be like good at Sonic games for this entire freaking playthrough. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself, which I will. I always do. Okay, I don't know how I missed that guy. See, and that's the thing about these special stages, man. They piss me off with the depth perception. Do you see that? All right, let's get him. Bam. Okay, we got him. We almost didn't get him. And bam. Alright. You have to destroy these flying saucers in order to complete the special stage, and we missed them again. We have a time limit, but we have plenty of time. We're good to go. Stepping in the water actually reduces your time considerably. but there are flying saucers that appear in order to give you more time. So it's almost impossible to lose, but it is possible. And there is our first time stone. Collecting all 7 time stones will basically get you the good ending. So, here we are in Act 2. And I'm going to try and cover all of my bases here, because I honestly have absolutely no confidence in myself, you know, getting this in either way. So we're gonna try and do both ways, and hopefully we get one out of the two. We're gonna try and collect all of the time stones, and at the same time creating a good future in every zone. And hopefully, it is my hope that we get one of them. But if not, it's all good. It is all good. I've never claimed to be like a Sonic professional gamer. It's just something that I like to do. I like these games. I love playing them, and that's why I'm doing this countdown series in celebration of the Hedgehog and what his games have meant to me, and you know, my growing up, and you know, my continued gaming, my continued gaming like history, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Because I still play Sonic games. I'm really excited about Sonic Mania and the Sonic Project 2017. I'm very excited for both games. And there's actually a lot of games that are currently out that I cannot wait to play for you guys. I'm gonna try. Is that a pass post? Yes, that's a pass. All right, so we're gonna try and go back into the pass. Hopefully we get it. All right, we got it. Alright, so I don't necessarily know where the generator is on this map. So we'll do a little bit of exploring. It'll kind of, make these episodes a little longer. Because I know the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 episodes were kind of on the short side. Didn't really give me a lot of time to talk or explain things properly. So with this, maybe I'll get to, have some cool conversations with you guys and let you in on some of my actually, oh damn, I didn't want to pick that up. Whatever. Some of my insight on Sonic games, and some of my personal history with the franchise. And speaking of history with the franchise, okay, so we have this thing. This is not necessary. You don't need to destroy those. Destroying those is it's good, but it doesn't impact the game in any way, shape, or form. But usually in my with my limited knowledge of this game, usually when you see that thing, the generator is close by. I could be completely freaking wrong, and I probably am. All right, so I got an invincible shield, and I have, oh, there it is. Damn. All right, so we're covering all our bases. So we'll go for the time stone. And if we don't get it, it doesn't matter, because we have destroyed the generator. I'm going to keep calling it a generator. Somebody in the comments is going to have to correct me and let me know exactly what it's called, because until that happens, that thing is a generator. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out of here. What the hell? There's a random rock there for no reason. Okay. So we created a good future. What I'm curious is if, okay, so I created a good future for the 2 zones, right? Does that mean that if I don't get the Chaos Emeralds here, that it's still a free play? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Alright, so we're gonna try and be good at video games. Oh, damn it. Alright, so what I don't want to do is jump in the water, but sometimes it's necessary. Well, not necessary, but sometimes it makes it easy to hit these guys if you go through the water. So they're called UFOs. That's what they're called. I don't know what I called them last time. I think I called them flying saucers. UFO, flying saucer, pretty much the same. It looks like we're good to go. We have plenty of time, and oh my god, stop bouncing. Let's try to hit this guy from this angle. I can stop bouncing on shit. Ah! There we go, we got him. Alright, so far so good. 2 time stones down, 2 generators. We are covering all of the bases. And you see, it's that autosave. That autosave just destroys any hope that I have of correcting any mistakes that I could possibly make while playing this game. Okay, so this is Act 3. And Act 3 is primarily just the boss. You know, there's all of this stuff right here. What you're seeing right now is the good future that I created by destroying those generators. If I didn't do that, even with the time stone, this would be like a dystopian freaking like wasteland full of like robots and like smog and smoke and crap. But since we got the generators, we created a good future. And in one of these levels, I will try and I'll try and show you guys the future version of each level, just to give you guys a little bit of insight on what's going on. I mean, I'm sure most people watching this have already seen this game in and out, but I like to try and showcase it for people that may not have seen it, may not even played this game. It's definitely a possibility that you've never played this game. So right now I'm just kind of like just messing around, collecting rings and 1-ups and stuff. The boss is just down here, but I want this 1-up box right here, so I'm gonna try and get that real quick. Can I jump through here? I can't jump through there. I really want that 1-up. Alright, we're gonna get that. Before we get out of here, we're gonna get that. See all the flickies and animals, everybody's happy. It's because we created the good future. We are doing a good thing. There we go. Oh, so we get 2 1-ups, and as you heard just now, Sonic has a voice. Sonic actually has a voice in this game. Don't remember the voice actor's name. It's probably it's the first game that Sonic actually had a voice in. And so this is probably like the easiest boss ever. What you're supposed to do is basically get on his right side or behind him before the level starts, and then you can just beat the hell out of him. It only takes 3 hits. Like, the Eggman bosses in this game are questionable. I don't know. Sometimes they're just like, what was the point of all this? And that is Palmtree Panic. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll be back in the next episode with more Sonic CD and the countdown to Sonic Mania.